Welcome back to W.P.M with Magz, aka Wolf Pussy Monologues podcast. Get ready for some shit and shenanigans from the CEO of the Unicorn Division, our leader of the Wolfden Pack, the maniac behind the mic, the one and only Magz. Broadcasting internationally from our lovely private studio in the city of Los Angeles. We thank each of our listeners around the globe for joining the shit show, and we sincerely hope you enjoyed today's episode.
Hey, yo, what up, what it is? How you feeling? How you living? Where y'all been? Welcome to another episode of W.P.M with Magz podcast, your safe space for true stories and sometimes the shadows. I'm your host, Magz. So glad to be back on the mic one more time with all my Wolfpack friends. Hope you had a great week. Hope you're feeling all right as we keep this October series going with our Halloween specials. Today's episode is called, Is This the End of the World? Quote unquote, Revelations. Today ain't nothing safe about this one. As part of the Halloween series, we're diving headfirst into one of the scariest books ever written. Not Stephen King, not Lovecraft. I'm talking about the book of Revelations, player. Prophecies, plagues, horsemen, beasts rising from the sea. And that big burning question, is this it? Is it the end of the world? You know what I'm saying? Now, I know we've all joked about the world ending. Every time we see chaos on the news, you know, wildfires, earthquakes, politics going left, pandemic shutting shit down and whatnot. But deep down, there's a bit of a chill that creeps in when you start thinking, what if it's just not a coincidence? What if this is not just bad times? What if these are actual signs? The book of Revelations talks about the end of days, the ultimate horror story, right? And y'all, it reads like a script for the scariest Halloween movie ever fucking written. Except this one, ain't nobody yelling, cut. Let's start with the four horsemen. First, the rider, wait, before we even get started, because it's about to go, October is a motherfucker, y'all. So first, the rider on the white horse. Some say he represents conquest. Others say deception. Either way, he comes with a bow and a crown, ready to take control. Okay? The second, which is the red horse, that's war. He takes peace from the earth and brings bloodshed. Sound familiar? Feels like we've been living in headlines filled with the red horse, right? The third, which is the black horse, famine, holding scales in his hands, measuring out food, hunger as currency. We've seen grocery store shelves empty before, right? And the fourth, my personal favorite, the pale horse, death. His name sends chills down your spine. And the Bible says hell follows with him. Hell, all of hell, okay? Now you tell me, does that sound like some ancient shit, or do that sound like the 10 o'clock motherfucking news? All right, I'm just asking. You know, here come the signs. Here come the signs, ladies and gentlemen. Earthquakes. Earthquakes in places that don't get earthquakes. Stars falling from the sky. Seas turning to blood. Creatures rising up that don't even belong in nightmares. Spooky shit. And plagues. Oh yeah, the plagues, the locusts, the diseases spreading, the death in the air. Remember how the pandemic hit us? Folks locked in, masked up, praying for survival. Folks dying left and fucking right. Going to work one day, dying at work. That felt like a preview. Like the trailer for a horror movie you really ain't ready to fucking watch. You know what I'm saying? Here it comes. Here it comes. You hear it? You hear that? The beast. Not just one, but two. One rising from the sea with 7 heads and 10 horns. Another from the earth, performing signs and wonders, making people bow down. And then there's that number. Y'all know that number I'm talking about, right? 666, the mark of the beast. The warning that whoever takes it is absolutely doomed. Now here's the scary part. What if it doesn't come in the form of a monster? What if the mark is technology or control or something we don't even fucking see coming? Because 666 is too easy to spot. That's too easy for the enemy to give away his position. Oh, you motherfuckers ain't listening. You ain't listening. And by motherfuckers, I mean my loved ones. I love you dearly. You understand? But you ain't listening. You ain't listening. It's enough to make you check your phone twice and wonder who really watching. Because I know if I have a conversation regarding, let's say, red wine or spirits, or, you know what I'm saying, oh, I need to go pick up some Hennessy, or I want to get a psychic reading, or just throw something out there with your phone sitting next to you. Then open your fucking phone and see what ad pop up on that son of a bitch for each and everything you just had a conversation about in the last 10 motherfucking minutes. I ask again, who's really watching? Now, am I saying the world's ending tomorrow? Not at all. Not at all. But I will say this. Every generation has looked at Revelations and thought, okay, this got to be it. But one day, the scary truth about this episode and about this statement is one day, one of these motherfuckers is going to be right. Maybe the scariest part isn't fire raining from the sky or beasts rising from the ocean. Maybe the scariest part is how much of this we can see already. We've already lived through. We're living through. And if we living through these times, what are we doing with it? Are we ready? Or are we just scrolling, swiping, laughing until everything goes fucking black? I don't know about you, but that's some scary shit. Have you ever lived in a world where none of the switches worked? Where none of the lights flicked on? Where none of the ignitions turned? Have you been there? I haven't. Doesn't seem like a place I would want to fucking be honest with you. We're already pre-programmed and tuned in to our technical, comfy, fucked up little existence here. And to know that even that will sometimes lead to ending, it's a pretty scary thought. As much as we bitch and complain about these motherfucking bills, what if we were at the point where we couldn't go make the money at the job we hate to get paid to do something that we like one day and everything we hate for the rest of the time? What if we couldn't do the shit no motherfucking more? What if all we could do was wake up in a shack, go stand in a line for the majority of the day to hope we get rations to survive over the next course of a few hours? Man, revelations, yo. Is this the end of the world? Is it? Because if you think about it, all your ancestors, all your elders have all lived through a catastrophe or some type of chaotic worldwide moment in their lives. And they seem to be getting worse as the earth gets older. Term hell on earth seems real feasible. Round chill. Cold shit, man. Told you this October series is gonna be a motherfucker. I told you. Before we get on out the wolf den, I just want to leave you with a couple of thoughts. What if, just for shits and giggles, what if this was it? You know what I mean? Have you said your goodbyes, your I love yous, your hellos? You know what I'm saying? You might want to take the opportunity to do so, because you just don't know when this shit gonna be like, all right, everybody off. You know what I'm saying? Time to reset. Man, can you imagine What if you are part of the generation that sees the revelation? Because a lot of people live and die, and they just hear about it, they read about it, but they never see it for their own eyes. But imagine being the generation that sees it for your own eyes before you transition to whatever the fuck is going to be after the revelation. What's that? What's after the revelation? Is everything just dust? Are we all just gone? Do we reset? Do we, get a redo? What happens after the revelation? Here's what is said will happen after revelations. Okay? According to the book, whichever author wrote the book, because we know the book has been written and rewritten and translated and retranslated so many goddamn times. Yeah, can we still call it the Bible? But according to that, it says that's when Satan is defeated. Okay, so no more Satan, and then God judges all the remaining unbelievers, right? Following this judgment, the current heaven and earth goes bye-bye. All right. And God creates a new heaven and a new earth where righteousness will dwell. Well, looky. So you mean to tell me all this shit and all these generations and everything that's gone down and everything that's happened and is happening and will happen, all of this, all the pain, all the laughter, all the joy, all the tears, all of it, everything, all the babies, all the everything is ultimately going to lead to a weaning out of the unbelievers and a reset of both heaven and earth. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I mean, that's what it said. I'm not here to say that's not right. I'm not trying to say none of that. I'm just taking in the information right with you. I'm doing it with you. We together on this one. I'm not going to call bullshit on that. It's just, that's a lot. So exactly how many times has revelations happened? Because we only know about one, but how many times has it happened? How many times have we already fucking been here and we keep re-fucking setting? Now that's some scary shit. With all the extra shit that goes on from A to Z, that has went on from A to motherfucking Z. To know that everything universally resets. Wow. All right. Well, God damn it, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Is This the End of the World? Revelations. Part of my October Halloween series. Scary shit. Remember, sometimes the greatest horror story is not written by Hollywood. Sometimes it's written in ancient words that still echo in present day. If this episode made you clutch your blanket a little tighter, or made you think about the words your Gigi or your Meemaw or your Pawpaw might have said to you once upon a time, go ahead and share it with somebody. Share it with somebody. Shit. Make sure they know the signs too. Again, I'm your host, Magz, signing off with a reminder to stay alert, stay ready. You know what I'm saying? Stay out the way, stay out them streets. And this Halloween, don't just fear the monsters in the movies. Fear the ones that have already been foretold. Okay? Now look at here. Before we get out the web there, I'm going to go ahead and give you a little preview of next week's episode. Tell you what we're going to talk about. Next week, we're going to talk about the root. Not the root, but the root. So we're going to talk about the root next week. And I really, really, really want you to tune in for the root. I want you to tune in for everything I throw out. I mean, what I'm saying, I'm just going to be honest with you. But the root, I put everybody's feet in the house in it. I didn't just put my toe in it. Everybody's feet in the house went in that pot. The root, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Y'all stay safe, stay out the way, stay out them streets. As always, it's been a pleasure. Love, peace, and hair grease. W.P.M with Magz. Out.